Hello everyone, this is Brandon. I'm the creator of Frog Hop. This is the fifth and final episode of the developer's playthrough of Frog Hop. So let's continue on. Sweet. Yeah, you can actually trigger those with the tongue attack. Let's see, we want a little more vision. It's a little slippery in here. There we go. Let's get the butterfly. I remember the butterfly when I coded it was actually like extremely glitchy, and it would just do the weirdest stuff when you would press jump at certain times. But so far that's no longer the case unless speedrunners find some other weird exploits. Nice. Alright, nice. We got already got the butterfly for that one. And go down here. Oh, I forgot I have the trampoline. That totally caught me by surprise. Nice. I was almost wondering if I actually coded the gravity for the trampoline, which is nice. So I need this dragonfly to do this part. I think the dragonfly speeds up your tongue charge attack, I believe. I don't need that life, so let's go here. Alright. Get this one. The idea, I'm trying to remember where the idea for this room came from. Yeah, don't want to touch those. Ah, curses. I'm trying to remember where the idea of this room came from. I think I've always wanted to have a room where like you needed to like solve a puzzle with multiple flies, but so I decided to simplify that to just having optional side rooms to get the gems that are encaged in those colored blocks. I think I need the beast for that one. I think you need the purple dragonfly for that one, or the blue one. The idea for those blue like nodes that move you around, I think those were influenced maybe Twilight Princess? I want to say. That's the only thing I can think of in terms of where that came from. But other than that, I'm not actually 100. Oh, I need the bees. Alright, that's fine. I know where they are. Oh wow, that was a really good jump. But I believe I created how many nodes? I think there was 5, 6, 7. I think there are 8 different no, 9. There are 9 different kinds. And I think originally when I planned this game I intended to have like 20 or so. Most of them were just like ideas playing around with ones that would like one-time use and such. But that got changed. Nice. Yep, now we're good. Just doing a little play testing. Just wanted to see if that actually created the platforms as solid, which is good. I don't want to get that one. There we go. I think that if you tongue that one, originally it was like extremely glitchy. So I think that took me like an hour to fix that one problem because it was just it was some weird syntax error or something. I don't actually remember. It was some issue with like the logic and how that code worked. So I mean, I have 4 hearts. I could demonstrate it, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it for the viewers. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think it like crashed a lot and it did a lot of really weird stuff. Like you'd end up inside the wall and yeah. So that thankfully that got patched. So 4 gems. Not bad. I'm gonna do the that one's pretty fun. Could try this one. Megaphone. Even though you take damage when you use it, I believe. Yeah, when I think I said 9 of these nodes, I didn't include the variations like these. There's ones that's these auto nodes, I believe is what the in-game code object name is. I think it's I'm not counting that there's also a clockwise spinning one as well as a counterclockwise. I think this was one of the early songs that I made for this game too. Oh, hold on, watch this. Watch this multi-kill. Boosh! Boosh! If I do this right now. Go this way. Nice. That's pretty useful. And I think you can also get through that sand block with the bomb if you want to get an early skip to this pathway. I'm trying to remember, I think the code to make these treadmills switch direction was actually quite glitchy because I believe the way I did it was an object of sorts. Can I actually jump through this? I think I trolled myself. Yep, I trolled myself. It's fine, I got this. Nice. But yeah, I do remember it was a little bit tricky coding the these things to move properly. Touch that one. And that one. Up, up, up. Oh, the other way. There we go. Yep. And yep. There we go. Yeah, that's like a no turning back point right there. This pinball room, this is supposed to be like a pinball room, I remember. Gosh. Yeah. Those deflector blocks, I believe, were made very early in the game's development cycle. Nice. That sound effect. That's a good sound effect. This will do this one. This room also had the similar premise with that, which room is that? The, I gotta take damage for this one. Yeah. It also had the same idea where I like the idea of having optional rooms for some levels, so this level can be beaten pretty quickly. I think this one, yeah, you gotta do a little early. Nice. I do remember this room. So the helicopters were quite difficult for some players to deal with, and I think I added the D key there, and it changes if you have like an Xbox controller or whatever. And a lot of players had trouble figuring out how to deal with them because you can't step on them by normal means. You have to stun them because their rotors will hit you. Ow. I like those spinning ones. Those are fun. Gotcha. Is there something here? No. Oh, I think I did that. I added that one little block in case players didn't know they could tongue the gem. That's why I did that. Gotcha. I think, too, originally the helicopters were a lot farther away from the player when they were shooting at you, and I think I nerfed that because it just got kind of frustrating. Yes, I think I changed that. Exploding frogs. I think if you have the diffuser charm, that actually insta-kills those frogs, so that's a nice tactic if you need if you're having trouble against those. Because then you don't have to like rush and like to try to defuse them. Whoa! Hold on a second. Boosh! Boosh! Oh, this is gonna be great. Watch this. So first I'm gonna defuse these ones. Alright, now this is gonna be great. Boosh! Y'all dead. Risky, but sacrifice a heart to kill them all. It's pretty great. Yeah, because the range here is actually pretty good, but originally you could only really catch up to them if they were not shooting at you. Yeah, so D is also there as well because players didn't, like, if they did not go to that helicopter room, they would fight them here, and I tried to put that input there to remind players about that. Nope. I'm just gonna blow you guys up. Or not. Hold on a second. Go here. And swing. And that one. This is the part of the game where the level design starts to really get complex because you have all those different nodes interacting with each other to traverse the level, and so it gets a little bit, it's just complex is all it is, which I did want because I want the game to really have a lot of depth at endgame. So I want to do the megaphone would be great. I'm going to do those aren't bad actually. Let's do this one. I think the whoopee cushion. Nice. I think that's voice recorded, the whoopee cushion. Which is pretty great. Oh my god, you can see the city in the background. There's that garden, and I wanted to add that garden as just a means of kind of adding a little bit more to the world, because it's fun, even though it's like totally not a part of the gameplay, having that random garden up there. It's just fun having like random little areas like that you're kind of like, oh, is there a way to get there? And it's just, I don't know, it's just fun to have that sort of thing in games. I'm trying to remember if you don't mind, I just want to kind of explore this world map a bit because it's been a while. I think those mountain graphics were influenced by Yoshi's Story and probably Yoshi's Island. Yeah, I really like the world map. Took quite a while to make, but it turned out pretty nice. But I think, yeah, okay, so you can't go down there. Yeah, I believe this was Game Maker Studio, and I think the level, if you actually saw like the room, like this level, like it's built in a room in Game Maker, and when you place all the objects around it, it can look really. If you saw the room for this map, it would be it's really polluted with a lot of different stuff. You got the collision for the walls, and then there's also trigger blocks that when you walk up to them, the music changes. So that took a little while to do. But editing the map was kind of like a one-shot sort of deal. It was like I had to commit to a very specific design, because if I even try to change something, it would have to be extremely minor, because yeah, it's just it was kind of a flaw with Game Maker Studio. And now Game Maker 2 has a significantly better level editor, whereas before it was pretty bad. So it's just kind of funny how like I had to work with that limitation in order to design the map. And there were definitely some like unique challenges that Game Maker Studio had limitations with. I know for one, the biggest was oh yeah, the tongue passes through the blocks, which is a good touch. Yeah, because I remember they didn't. But yeah, Game Maker Studio had its own limitations. Like I know the compile speed, which is, let's say you want to play your game and like test levels. Game Maker Studio was absolutely terrible with that, and so it would at least take you like 10-15 minutes to start your game up. And I can't imagine how it is with like games like Hyper Light Drifter, or I'm not sure how Undertale is, but you got all those games, and I know some people have come up with some pretty clever solutions, like working with an external file so Game Maker Studio doesn't like load everything, because it's just kind of ridiculous. But I'm not sure. I have no idea how that works, and Game Maker's a little fickle when it comes to that sort of thing. Yeah, this level is notorious for making some people very upset, and I really went out of my way though to try to make a level that was, well, I really tried to encapsulate everything that the game introduced to the player, but obviously it was an extremely difficult task being able to balance everything out just right, because there's so many rooms for a grand finale room. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so that's an example right there. Yeah, so that just insta kills them, which is actually kind of satisfying. I think if I ever do a platformer ever again, I definitely want to incorporate, not having just a stun for your action button, but I actually do want to try like utilizing like an attack button, because I think that's something I really do want to explore one day, is attacks instead of just stunning and then killing with an alternate means of damage, which is jumping on enemies. Nice. I'm gonna take damage here so we can get the secret. Because again, the whole 1-2 punch sort of deal with this game is, you stun the enemy and then you jump on them. It's kind of like the base, like the what's the word? Just kind of like the bread and butter combo. I mean, in the beginning it just starts out with just jump on enemies to hurt them, but then, of course, you start to learn you can tongue attack enemies to stun them and get past their certain enemies' defenses. Because I really wanted to have very intentionally designed enemies instead of just, oh, this enemy's the same, but it just moves faster. or they just look different because they just look different. Oh, that was a fake one. I almost grabbed that. Which one do I want to go? Maybe I'll go down. I gotta be careful. Not worth going there. I can demonstrate the diffuser charm right here, though, so I'll actually... Gotcha. Sharks! Sharks! There we go. So, yeah, if you touch this, this is one of the evil pickups, but... Yeah, I have the tongue attack with the diffuser. There we go. I think that was actually a lot more absurd before the, I love that sound where when they hit the wall. I believe when you diffused a like an evil pickup, it was a lot crazier, but I remember nerfing that because it was just kind of ridiculous. Oh, there's an enemy we haven't seen yet. Nope. Yeah, those are definitely not infinitely spawning. Oh wow, I'm surprised I got that. I think if you have the flippers, you can actually bypass this stream. I think. I'm not sure. Let's put that. There we go. Swim through here. And get that. That row of snap nodes, that used to be extremely glitchy, but I believe it's no longer the case, which is, it's always a good thing. Go up here. This raises the water completely. Messed up, but it's alright. Got it all. Feels good to collect all the pickups. Now we can get the gem. I remember. This water, I do think if I ever redesign a water tile sprite, it took me a while to really actually nail on the look of water in this game, because I think it just started as just a completely solid block of like blue animated water, and it just didn't look very good and was real distracting. And I think it was Wario Land 4 that that inspired that, because I think there was one level in Wario Land that has like water and it looked really nice. There's a grasshopper there, but yep, and up. This one, fling up. There we go. Nice. So that's where the design of the water came from. But the more I look back on this water design, for the sake of optimization, which was kind of a big problem that I came across, I probably would not make the water look like this ever again. Although, unless I find a means of like using masks or something. I'm getting like extremely technical to the point where people probably can't understand what I'm saying, but that's I triggered something. Yep, there he is. Little sun. Little evil, I think it's called a ghost ball. That was a fun enemy. I loved the sound design for that enemy. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, because for optimization purposes, I probably would make the water even simpler if I were to design it. Even though I haven't really heard any complaints about the water, so I guess we're good. Secret, yep. Let's go over here. Hit that one. I do like those tongue blocks a lot. The pink ones where you hit them and then they reveals a new pathway. I guess the way I guess you would say it. If you have the spike charm, I think you can just bypass this. So there's a bit of speedrun tactics. One of the ways you could play through this level fast. I think this door originally, there was a switch at the bottom of this room that I was racing against, and I think originally you needed to race it to access this door. But I think I changed it so that top door is the only one that you need to, because I don't think you can access it. Yeah, you can't, because that metal platform's not there, so you can't. You have to stand on ground to enter the door. It's just kind of a rule I had for this game. These are fun to code. These were actually quite easy to code, but very simple but fun. And that's kind of the way I think if I ever were to make another game or like a platformer or whatever, I probably want to try and employ very simple things like methods like that to to accomplish solutions for problems whenever I need to design elements into a game. Take the right one? Yeah, didn't matter. Yeah, these are pretty fun. Go down? Good. Alright, and it's kind of a little bit of trickery there. Oh yeah, these are... I'm actually quite proud of this node. So this is called the pointer node, and it really, I think, is the culmination of building a game off of a concept that works. But then I guess the way I've always liked to design games is, sure, like what I'm making is not innovative, but I like to innovate through a concept that already works. And so having already having the limitation of working with, the wheel that already exists, I think it allows me to kind of express my own ideas in my own way. And so, through exploring the swing, the snap, the sling, the red sling node, the orange snap, these blue ones, the light ones, the pink ones, it really all accumulated to this purple one. So it sounds silly that I'm proud of, such a simple design, but I've never seen a game do this, and it's just one of those things I'm really happy that turned out really well. Like that one. Nope. Give me what I want. I guess we'll go up. I think originally, I think they still do. I think moving platforms can kill you in this game. Oh, I could have totally deflected this guy into an enemy. Oh, that would have been great if I could have deflected him into him. That fart, though. Okay, I can defuse this one. Nope. There you go. Yeah, that's actually quite useful for certain. I can deflect his missile. Nice. That's a good one. Oh yeah, I need the. I'm trying to remember. Where do you get a purple one or a blue dragonfly? I feel like I've seen one. Oh yeah, right. You get it at the second room with the there's like the swing and the sling node. Yeah, that's definitely the one. It's one of the early rooms. That's how you get to that one. That's how you get a purple or a blue dragonfly to bypass that room. You're gonna take the shortcut. Take damage for the shortcut, kind of like rocket jumping. Those damage rings, they're like red. I think they were influenced by the concept of rocket jumping, where you're sacrificing health in order to gain mobility, and I just like that concept, and I really wanted to incorporate that into the boost rings, those silver rings that you can go fast through. So that's where that idea came from. Because I have played through TF2 quite a bit. Played through. You can't really beat the game, but here's the silver ones. I've played a lot of TF2, so that's why I mentioned that game, because it does have quite an influence on my design. A little tricky there. I just want to see if I can defuse it, but whatever. Alright. Okay, this room. This is also one of my favorite rooms in the game. So I'm quite proud of this. This is, like, for me, the crown jewel of, like, my level design. So this is using that pointer node, but it's, you're navigating this spike maze. I found though that controllers have a lot more difficult of a time navigating through this maze, because it requires more what's the word? A little more precision. And I believe I changed this room so that even if you mess it up a little bit, you can still keep going. So it's definitely easier on the keyboard though, but I remember this room was a lot more difficult, so if I mess up this part, it's okay. I can still walk down to the to this spot I'm standing in. Yeah, this room was definitely nerfed, but it still retains that fun aspect of navigating through this maze in a really unique way. Which one do I want? I like the butterfly. Yeah, the butterfly was the very first fly I ever coded in, but it was very different, I remember. Yeah, well, you can pretty much get like all flies in this level. I don't know if that platform was here originally. I think originally the idea was you had to like do that. You had to do like a really awkward jump and tongue downwards, but yeah, I'm kind of glad I got rid of that. That was pretty dumb. Oh. Just keep going. Oh, oh. Let's go first. Tricky gophers. I believe they're Sprite. Gotcha. Whoa! Oh! Ow. I know that I have two different stun sprites. I have one where if they're holding the rock, and then one where they've already thrown it. Gotcha. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to specifically time my... Nope. Oh! Oh! Diffuse the black heart. The black heart, I think, was just kind of... I think I needed an opposing version of the gold heart in this game, so that's why I added the gold one, or I added the black heart, and I made it flash because I wanted to make it evil. Oh yeah, and then I have fish flying here because I just like, you know what, whatever. I'm done. This is the last room. There's also some whoa. There's also some Tetris-y things going on here. Gotcha. Nope, not gonna do anything. Oh! Yeah. I don't know where the idea for this Tetris room came from. I think it was just... I was running out of ideas, and it just seemed kind of fun to have, like, an abstract style of level design for that one. And then this one's pretty obvious. So to any player who has managed to get to here, this heart isn't, you know, me being cheesy or any of that. It's really my way of saying, like, it's pretty incredible that you've been patient to play through my games, so that's why there's a heart, is because, yeah. It's actually a deeply modern, poetic, philosophically laden metaphor for the meaning of life. I'm just joking. Oh, that level took me a while.